So let's talk about rotations. All right. What are we going to do with rotations? So, first of all, the symbol for rotation is a capital R. And you have to be careful with this because reflection was a little r. All right. So we have to keep these two separate because if we don't, that's going to cause huge problems, especially when you have to write them down. When you're asked, hey, what's happening here? And you have to write reflection or rotation. If you mix the letters up, you're going to end up getting the question at least partly wrong. Okay. The other really big thing is that rotations go counterclockwise. All right. What does that mean? Well, here's a clock. We don't see many of these very often. All right. But clockwise is this direction. All right. That's clockwise. So that means that counterclockwise is this direction. Okay, we're going to be spinning the paper when we do this. We're going to be spinning the paper and writing down the coordinates. So it's super important that we are able to do this. And what I will tell you to do is put a clock in the top of your paper and draw an arrow the direction you're supposed to spin the paper so that you end up getting it correct. All right, and I'll model this as best I can on the computer when I'm doing it. All right. So rotations will have two subscripts. I'm actually going to put an X. I'm going to put a star over here and write R90. All right. The second part of this is almost never there. Okay. It's maybe 1 out of 100 problems that it's actually there because the center is the origin 99% of the time. All right, so this is what you're going to see 99% of the time. What this other thing is telling you, and what I used to talk about way more than I do anymore, was that technically you're supposed to have a rotation 90, comma, and then some point, maybe A, meaning you're rotating around point A. All right, but this is rare. All right, I really should update these notes, but I don't want to change it because it's still how rotations actually work. Okay, so in this block of text right here, all right, we're going to graph this thing and then we're actually going to turn the paper. All right, and then we're going to figure out where they go and then put it back. All right, there's rules. If you meet up with a tutor of some kind, more than likely they're going to teach you some foolish rules. And then you're going to try to learn these rules. There's 3 for rotations clockwise, 3 for rotations counterclockwise. None of them are simple. All right, and you're doing this to avoid turning the paper and counting. It does not make any sense. It's the way I learned to do rotations when I was in school. It made no sense then. I figured out on my own that you could do this. I didn't invent it, but I figured out on my own you could do this, and I asked my teacher, and he would tell me, well, that's not the right way to do it. It works. It's easy. So we're going to do it this way. All right, so all the steps are in there. I'm just going to show you how to do one in the next video, and then basically just kind of practice. All right, it takes a little bit of practice getting used to it. A couple things I'll talk about when we actually do them.